session.
A jam session? What? Okay, so like this is like some sort of weird garage band feature.
I don't know.
That's about right.
That's That's
honestly, if we're being honest.
They're just ripping each other off, one little bit at a time. Yep.
Yeah. Google just sends some really cush weed to your house, and that starts off the jam session.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, yeah. So, on an unrelated note, today's episode is about voice actors because later this week we'll be having one of our favorite voice actors on for the main episode, Kyle Hebert. But to depart from Kyle, because we'll be talking plenty about him soon, let's talk about some of our favorite other voice acting. I'm gonna go with Mark first, just because I know particularly in our 10-year friendship that you spent a lot of time in one particular voice of a very, very dashing assassin who learned French from French women, and that is Ezio Auditore. And you spend lots of time as Ezio Auditore in his voice doing things.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Joe.
No, no clue. You've never done that before.
Oh, of course I know. Yes, there was a second marriage that happened in my life, and this was after my wife and I got married. I also got married to Roger Craig Smith, the voice of Ezio Auditore, and I'm not ashamed to say it. Roger
Man
Craig
crush.
Smith will deny it. He'll deny it, but the man crush is strong. He'll be like, Mark, who?
No clue.
Yeah, Roger Craig Smith, man, he delivered one of the best performances that honestly I can even think of outside of like some of the greats, right? Like the Mel Blancs of the world. But yeah, as far as his work as Ezio Auditore, I think why I was so compelled by it was not just because you like experience Ezio's entire life, like literally from like baby, like he's just born.
Yep.
And
First
then,
trophy you get in the game.
Yes.
You kicking your legs.
Yes. So, an assassin is born, and then you like legit get to experience him all the way until his last days. Like he literally dies, and Roger Craig Smith handles the voice, as like a teenager, and then as like a mid-20s, 30s, then he's like in his 50s, and then he's like in his 60s, 70s, and like he gives a very compelling performance the entire time. And I mean, I just love how there's the ability to convey that nuance and do it well. And yeah, I mean, totally floored by that. And clearly it still affects me now.
Yes. The smooth talking Italian who could talk his way in and out of almost any situation. Still brings a tear to Mark's eye.
It's just the amount of syphilis that guy probably had. Yeah, Dottore, it hurts when I pee.
Oh my god.
What could this burning possibly be? It's a rhyme. Yes.
Oh, and then could you imagine him explaining that to a doctor in a more dramatic thing, a more dramatic manner? Yes, the burning that I experience is much like the burning of a young love. I met a young woman, a haberdashery, where I pursued and she withdrew, and then she withdrew, then I withdrew and she pursued. Gonorrhea.
Dude, I just assume, like we talked about this actually in our Assassin's Creed episode, that syphilis was running rampant. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way he didn't pick it up. Yeah, God, Roger Craig Smith. Imagine him in the studio having to record Ezio visiting a doctor for a VD. I think that'll stay cut from the main series.
Yep, that didn't make it. Yeah, Assassin's Creed ER, believe it or not a hit.
it really hits home when when Ezio says, "Do not follow me or anyone else." Like, especially when you have syphilis, do not follow the man.
No.
Yeah.
On a much more wholesome note, I'd like to think back to all of our childhoods and how there are probably two voices that followed us everywhere, and they were in so many things, and I would imagine we knew it, because I could just hear him often. One of them is Frank Welker, who, if you don't recognize the name, he's Megatron himself from the G1 Transformers days. He's also Ray Stans in the real Ghostbusters. He's also the Boogeyman in the real Ghostbusters.
That sinking, like, breathy thing, that was him.
Yeah, that was him. And which I, for some reason, didn't pick up when I was a kid. And I recently rewatched it. I'm like, yeah, that's just a breathy Megatron. That makes sense. I get that. Like, yeah, it's a breathy Megatron. And of course, his nemesis, our hero, Optimus Prime. Another favorite with, oh my gosh, me bringing him up, I'm the one who forgets his name. Peter Cullen. Yeah, just amazing. And I think still one of my favorite things, which, I mean, this is no news for anyone who's followed any sort of Transformers stuff, but just the story of how he developed the voice for Optimus Prime, I think, is just fantastic. And it was the day before, it was either the day before or the morning of, that he was going in for the audition for Optimus Prime, and he still wasn't sure what he was going to do. And he had called his brother, who I believe was a Marine, or he was in the Army, one of those two branches of the military. And he asked his brother, I'm not sure what to do, if you could give me any pointers. And he's like, well, the brother's like, well, what's the character? Like, oh, he's this transforming, like, robotic hero of an entire race. And his brother's advice was, well, no matter what you do, don't make him sound like a fake, cheesy hero. Make him sound like a real hero, no matter what you do. And that's all his brother said. So Cullen's idea then was just to try and voice Optimus Prime like his brother. And that's where he got the idea to make the iconic Optimus Prime voice, which is in some cases been imitated but never properly recreated.
Which kind of stops me in my tracks for a moment, because it's like, don't make him sound like a cheesy hero. But then he gets a line of, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to try it, because this is a voice acting episode. Where he says, fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. Like, that is the most, like, like, heroic line I've ever heard. And just in case that impression was fucking horrible.
No, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
Fate rarely calls upon us at a moment of our choosing. Like, that is one of the best goddamn lines I've ever heard.
Yeah. And just out of the frickin' second Transformers movie, the Michael Bay one.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I guess that's quite the honor. I'm trying to think of how I could impersonate my brothers for a performance, but I feel like I just sound like the whitest guy ever.
Yeah, I feel like that's also the thing. Like, I wonder, like, because I think of, like, with us and our siblings, I just sound like my brother already. So, like, I wouldn't do anything at all. I would just talk.
You definitely walk like him.
I walk like him a little bit.
You guys have the same gait. I mean, the same clothes. Usually the same facial hair. I'm pretty sure you guys even, like, you plan your hairline.
Are they the same person?
We might be.
I don't know.
I've never seen them together.
Oh, I mean, I have, but I assume it's the same person.
I mean,
projection.
It's probably just a projection.
I just move incredibly fast. That's all.
You know, Joe, I'm actually kind of shocked you didn't go with Nolan North right away.
He's up there, and I think the reason why I didn't go with him is because I think trying to be him would probably I'd screw it up really bad. But
no, it was because of the Nolan bot, right?
The Nolan bot? What was the Nolan bot?
That's what he was nicknamed, or whatever. The character was nicknamed Nolan Bot because he replaced Peter Dinklage as the voice actor in Destiny.
He did. Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I never got that far in Destiny 2 because I downloaded it and didn't start playing it.
That's a good choice. We don't need to revisit that.
No. No. And another thing, I'm even trying to think of like an iconic like Nathan Drake line, and his lines are usually like, "Oh crap."
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Nathan
crap.
Drake's not like a big. He's not like a big. He doesn't give very big speeches. He's a very, I think, like real character.
Yeah.
So I feel like when it comes time for like, because like I don't know, I might be like completely wrong or an asshole for saying this, but I don't think that Nolan North has to do much to his voice to become Nathan Drake.
He is just Nathan Drake.
I think it's just Nathan Drake.
It's true
I think
though.
that's just him.
It really is.
Mhm.
I mean, his voice is very much so the same for yeah. It's just him talking pretty much. I mean, obviously he can.
Oh yeah, he'll add a little something to it. They all do.
Yeah.
But yeah, so me even trying to think of like what's like a famous Nate Drake thing to say. One thing that will pop into my life, or like it'll pop into my head every once in a while, like everything seems to be going wrong. Is Nathan Drake deciding in the second Uncharted he's done, like he's just finished. He's gonna get out of here. He's like, no. This is done. I'm finished, and he's right. Everything I touch turns to shit, and we're going home. And I'm like, that's Nathan Drake. That's my best Nathan Drake impression. And it's just me being a little angry and not actually sounding like Nathan Drake.
I don't even know how to manipulate my voice into Nolan North though, because that's what a lot of voice actors will typically do to preserve a role sometimes, is to make it so much like their voice that everything becomes an impersonation later on, right?
Yeah.
And God, thinking about, I mean, you're right though. From you obviously played Uncharted for years,
Couple times.
but
once or twice.
Yeah, here there. Yep.
Well, there is the line he says, "It's not going to be easy, you know. Nothing worthwhile is." I think that's
a pretty good one.
That's a good one from him.
Which I think for most of the characters in that, like if they have a really memorable line, the writers do a really good job of like that line is pretty short and sweet. Like it's just a quick like boom there. Or like even one of Sully's best lines from that series is look, kid, life's not about having all the right cards. It's about doing what you can with the hand you're dealt. And like just that, like boom, that's all he says. And that's it. Or even when they riff on each other is pretty great. At the end of Uncharted 3, and Sully stops Nate from getting onto a plane and says, look, I haven't always made the best decisions with my life, but I'm trying to figure, he's like, I haven't made the best decisions with my life, and I am in no means the perfect man. And he pulls out a ring. And Nate is just like, hey, man, Sully, you know I love you, but you're not my type. And it's of course deflection because it's Nate's it's his marriage band with Elena, which the marriage had between 2 and 3, they had gotten married and separated already because they have to get back together in every single game that they're in. But then like the whole thing gets wrapped up with Sully saying, Nate, quit being a smartass for just a goddamn minute. Like, well, there we go. Like that's the wisdom of Uncharted is always done in very short and sweet lines. But
yeah,
I think somewhere else fun to go with this is probably a cartoon that Chelsea and I bonded over quite a bit in the college years with Venture Brothers. Was a great time. So with Venture Brothers, probably Brock Sampson's probably like my eternal favorite character from that show.
Brock Sampson.
And it's Patrick Warburton, and he just does an incredible job as like the Swedish murder machine that is Brock in that show.
He's the machoest macho man.
Yeah.
He
does such a good job at it.
So macho.
Oh my god. Like I just remember not the pilot, but like episode 1 opens with him playing strip poker in Tijuana for a distributor cap for a 69 Charger. And that's That's the first part of the character you get if you didn't see the pilot. And like he like basically like ends up murdering almost everyone in there when things go astray. But he is this character who is really good at his job. He's very hard, like he's probably erect most of the time, I would assume. That when I said hard, that's not where I was going with it.
I think if you had a license to kill, you would be too.
Yeah, you probably would be. But like Chelsea, if you had to think of like another voice on that show, like what character like really stands out with you with just a I don't know, like something that hits hard or something that was really entertaining.
Oh God, I would have to say it's probably, I don't know the names of the actors. Shame on me, but
Oh, that's okay.
It's got to be the brothers, right? Like,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Mhm.
Like, probably Dean more so too. I think just
Mhm.
I don't know. Do you know how many baby angels just died? Like, I could just
oh my
still
God,
quote
yeah.
them.
Yeah, I use double damn it all the time
Double
in my
damn
daily
it.
life. And Dean is voiced by I'll probably get this wrong, but it is Michael Sinter Nicholas. Michael Sinter Nicholas is Dean Venture.
Nice.
And if you're unfamiliar with the Venture Brothers, it's basically Adult Swim's way of making fun of Johnny Quest.
Like,
and
they don't
a
even
lot of
pull
the stuff.
punches.
Not at all.
Johnny Quest is occasionally in the show.
Yeah.
They're not even like pretending to be parroting it. They're absolutely just no apologies. This is what this show's about. What happens if Johnny Quest grew up and was kind of like a shitty, like, adult who sucked in life because he was too famous as a kid and was overshadowed by his father? Like, what would that look like?
Yep. And that answer is the Venture Brothers.
Yep.
Oh my God. I think one of my favorite like voices in that show, just because of how animated the actor was with it, whenever he would say anything, everything was like a performance for it. It was Dr. Orpheus.
Yeah.
Who is played by Stephen Radazzi.
Yeah.
Radazzi. He's Doctor Strange, but as a single father living in the as a necromancer. Oh my God. Everything about him is just, oh, the arts! And he's just always like going straight from like being calm and collected to, I can't believe this! And just, I'm doing it horribly. But
he smells my cat.
oh my God, the episode, like I think it's like the first episode of season 2 where we find out that the boys are clones.
Oh God.
And they've just been cloning several times, but Orpheus has no idea what's going on. So he thinks he's like communicating with the dead when he's just hearing the new clones that aren't fully like, I guess, baked yet. What they said? Yeah.
They have a machine that has their consciousness.
Yeah.
And so he's hearing like this machine with their consciousness, and and they're not happy.
No.
Yeah. No, there's so many amazing voice actors in that series. God. I mean, it's yeah. The Monarch is great. Freaking Dr. Girlfriend is hilarious. Like, they're just
oh my God. Yes, I'm even trying to find like all of them. Like, I'm on the IMDb page trying to like locate everyone.
Yeah.
And let's see, trying to find those two. Elvis Molotov Cocktease is on here.
Yeah.
Brendan Small, who's known for a lot of other like Adult Swim stuff, is Action Johnny, who
plays Johnny, the Johnny Quest. Yeah.
So why am I not finding? I wonder if like they double with multiple voices and I'm just not seeing them right away.
I'm sure that they probably do.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Dr. Girlfriend, and one of the characters was actually killed off because the voice actor's like, my voice literally hurts doing this guy, so he needs to die. It was 21, wasn't it?
Yeah, 21. Yes. Yeah, and wasn't he a creator or a writer on the show as well too?
Yep. Yeah. And it's killing me that I don't remember who it is, but like 21 and talk like this, and everything was
Yeah,
crazy. Everything was
is.
crazy. Why do you keep saying everything's crazy? That's not
I
how
don't know.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Speedy was so close to getting his wings, then Brock Sampson showed up.
You know.
Poor
Poor
Speedy.
Speedy.
I was gonna say, at least you maintained it, Joe, because we're growing here. Like,
Yeah.
none of
I'm
that
not
was
Irish. Sliding into Irish.
Yes, none of that was Irish.
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
I could just. My name's Brock Sampson, and then all of a sudden, somehow,
my name's Brock Sampson.
Brock
Oh.
Sampson.
My name's Brock Sampson.
The boys. Where are the boys? Doctor, where are the boys?
That was really good. That was good.
Oh my god.
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it to happen.
It was bound to show up, but God, like this is something where I wish we could spend a ton of time on because like we can't hit all the favorites. Like Steve Bloom is incredible. Or Steve
Yeah.
Blum.
Dude, one of
so
my
many
absolute
things.
my absolute favorites is Dave Fenoy. Are y'all familiar with him?
Familiar, sounding familiar. It's ringing a bell.
So he is, I mean, the guy has been working as a voice actor for like 35, 40 years now. Actually, you might remember him if you played the Walking Dead Telltale game. He voiced Lee Everett, the main character. Yeah, which if anybody, I did one live play of The Walking Dead season 1, and I found myself like talking like him the entire time, and I'm like, God, this can't be enjoyable for anyone right now, because when you're trying to solve a problem and you're playing the same character, and it's like, oh, I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. I don't think that'll work. And I'm just sitting here doing that, going like, oh yeah, no one's liking this. I should just stop.
Yeah.
But he is amazing though. I mean, he pretty much dove into all of the modern Telltale Games properties. So
nice.
Yeah, Dave Fenoy, I mean, he is amazing. And I mean, yeah, he could be reading the back of a cereal box and I'd listen to it. So yeah, that dude's fucking amazing.
Oh God, I think another great shout out for me is Scott McNeil. If you're unfamiliar with the name, in an episode that's coming up when we finally get to talk Gundam, he played Duo Maxwell in Gundam Wing, but probably more familiar to to my fellow co-hosts here, Beast Wars, the computer generated Transformers spinoff. He
hilarious.
Was seriously half the cast. He was Dinobot, Rat Trap, Waspinator. He was just a ton of voices. And
sorry, I'm laughing at things I shouldn't be laughing at right now.
No, it's great.
We need to get him to sign Matt's Rat Trap, Joe.
Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot Matt has his Rat Trap still.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
And another great thing with Scott McNeil is I feel like if there's a caricature of a voice actor, it's Scott fucking McNeil.
Yeah.
Like this guy is just so much personality. And especially if you bring up the IMDb page for Gundam Wing and you can see all the other people who voiced the pilots, and they're all like, dudes. They're pretty normal dudes. And like there's supposed to be a Japanese character, a character from the Middle East, a character from Europe. Duo Maxwell's American, and here's Scott fucking McNeil with his long hair, a goatee, and a cowboy hat, and I'm like, boom. America, even though I think he's Canadian.
He's Australian, I think.
He's Australian, really? I thought he was Canadian.
I'm pretty sure he's like Australian Canadian. If it has to be both. I'm pretty sure it's both. Like he's Australian Canadian.
Okay.
I read that somewhere and it makes sense because
You're right.
He does not own a t-shirt with sleeves. So it's got to be Australian Canadian.
Yeah, he was born in Brisbane, Australia.
That's funny.
Boom.
Yeah, look at that. September 15th, 1962, Australia. Yeah, wow. So he is the most American Australian on the planet. And Scott McNeil, we salute you.
Yeah. I mean, just iconic. I mean, seriously. I mean, once you see the cowboy hat, you'll never forget it. I mean, it's like a wrapper on porch on like a 4,000 square foot house. Like that thing is just so noticeable. You can't miss it.
And if I could work on any sort of like set with him, it would be just be probably the day of my life. Like listening, like I've not seen him at any conventions, but I've watched YouTube videos of him at conventions, and I feel like when he talks about like life on set, like everyone's having fun, and it's because of him.
That's awesome.
He's just really, really enjoying being there.
Joe, I can imagine this though. Like you would be so nervous though that you would adopt a different accent for that day.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
I'm like I
God.
can't go into Australian because I will insult him.
Yeah.
I will do something different. I'll be some sort of weird, awkward, broken Eastern European. Like,
Oh,
hey,
good God.
why
You
does this cost $3.25?
Was that Milos?
It was a little Milos, yes.
Yeah.
Milos hasn't come out since college, but he's
No.
back.
Yeah.
He is back.
He liked
Or-
to punch, Milos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're like talking about Baba Yaga all day.
Yeah, the Baba Yaga, she the witch who take the bad children, right? Yeah. Yeah. I can have a conversation between Milos and David on a road trip.
David. Oh my
David,
God.
yes. So in the little, I guess it's not really voice acting. It was a standing bet from when me and other college friends would drive out to Colorado from Wisconsin. And when we hit Nebraska, which is 502 miles of very, very flat farmland, and if you've been driving for a while, not that enjoyable. This is no
No.
slide to the people of the state of Nebraska. We are
Or-
two
No, they
members
know.
of a proud flyover state.
They know.
They know.
Yeah,
They
I
know.
feel like
Mhm.
sorry, but not
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. So through your state, the bet was I would put on a completely over the top, stuck up German accent and hold it through the entire 502 miles. And if I won, they would all buy me dinner on different nights. But if I lost, I bought dinner for everyone one night. So David came out and he had to order the food for everyone if we stopped at the gas stations, if we
Yeah.
ever had to go to the Walmart or somewhere else as a gas station. David was always the one who had to talk to people. And he always had to be sure to say that, in Germany, we have stores like this too, but they're cleaner. The product range is much, much greater, and the pricing, always a bargain. So it's like your store, but better in Germany.
You know,
oh God.
I'm not sure if there's a voice that I could hold that long.
Oh,
But-
really? Like, you don't think you could do Ezio for, like, at least Iowa?
No, it hurts the throat too much. But maybe.
Well, you need to pick something that's more in your range then. Like-
Mhm.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I was thinking for a while that I could be like the robot from Futurama that's not the dorky looking one, the actual robot cop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I'd just be saying, "Oh yeah, baby," like all day.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, man, this guy don't know what he's doing. I don't know.
Mhm.
That's good.
That,
No, you can
yeah,
do that one.
can do
that
that.
would be like, I don't know, like Black Mark. We'll call it like there's like normal Mark, and then there would be, I don't know, like it's not truly an impression at that point. It's just me trying to fake something else. So I don't know.
Yeah. I
don't
have
know
a
if it would work.
voice. I have a voice that sometimes a friend and I slip into.
Ooh.
Yes, they are our super youper.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. And I go by the name of Pat. And Pat goes to the Casco and she makes casseroles for the church dinner.
Yes.
And the longer I do it, the crazier it gets. So
Oh my God, Pat's fantastic.
Pat is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think another one that we could probably do in a weird dumb way is Mort Finkel fixtures.
Oh
Come over
my
here.
God.
Come over, do it. Do it. Give me
Do
a
it.
smooch over here.
Do it.
Give me a smooch. Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, that's a little bit of it right there.
You know what? You know
do
what?
it.
That is the one thing
Do
that we
it.
could probably, Joe and I could probably do this for months on end. It's just talking like a guy from the Northeast. Okay,
Yeah.
we already been doing it
Mhm.
for the goddamn show for how long now? I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
See,
Every
there you
day.
go.
Yeah, do it for
There you
wicked
go.
long now.
Maybe.
That one time we went to go pick up Sullivan in South Dakota. Yeah, we fucking swore up and down the Walmart parking lot.
Oh, we went wicked far away. That was
Yeah,
like
wicked
a
far away.
fucking 8-hour drive. I mean, come
Wrong
on.
way,
For-
8 hours.
for
it was
a
8 hours
dog.
back the other way for a
For
dog.
a dog,
For a dog.
Joe. For
I
a
mean,
dog.
he's adorable. You'd fucking love this dog if you saw him. We'll put them in the show notes.
Boston.
Yeah.
Like I get that's
Your
all I got.
cousin. Bumbo. Yeah.
Boston.
God.
That's
You
all I
know,
got.
Oh man.
for me, there's a dial though, because if you're talking like this, and then all of a sudden you turn into fucking Peter, you know, it's just
Right.
yeah, you get
Yeah,
close
you
to
got to
it.
be careful.
Mm-hmm.
can't do that.
No.
I can't do that to people.
Nope.
Uh,
Oh man. So yeah, I was gonna say, other than maybe a fun way to close the episode, I was gonna like maybe go around and give like more like voice actors who you're like, but we could do that all day. Like I could throw out Kevin Conroy, I could throw out plenty of other people that I could talk about.
Billy West,
Mm-hmm.
legendary Billy West.
Legendary Billy West. But maybe what we do is we have Pat,
Oh my god.
David, and a persona of Mark's choosing, preferably from the East Coast, have a small conversation together about maybe going through a drive-through and not knowing what to order.
Oh, I don't know. We're getting close to the window. I don't know.
I don't know why you're so nervous. It's not like you're making a life decision. And if you didn't know what you wanted, maybe we should not have gone through the drive-through.
Well, but I thought I could just look at the sign and I would figure it out. And it's hard to see the sign. What does it say up there?
You know, if we were in Germany, the signs would be in 1080p HD screens, not none of
Oh.
this nonsense plastic cardboard that you have here.
Oh, wow.
I don't know why it takes so long for America to adapt anything.
Well, I mean, don't talk that way about my red, white, and blue.
Ugh.
Yeah, could somebody had just tell me what the hell this Vente and this goddamn Grande thing is? You know, I don't need this in my life. All right, I just need you just tell me what small, medium, and large is. That's all I need to know. Like seriously, I don't even fucking know what I'm ordering right now. Where are we anyway?
No, and isn't this the most ridiculous thing that of all of these fucking sizes that they have here, you have the small, the venti, the grande. The only thing that is not something else is everything means large in another language, except for the fucking small. Who did this? What idiot just made everything a large, and they're different sizes. Okay, clearly we're not ordering anything. Let's just go.
You know, I bet they have this at the Casco, and it will be in the biggest size you can get.
But as long as we can get some coffee and maybe a pretzel. The soft pretzels, though. I don't want a bag of your hard pretzels. This is a sad imitation of the truth.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we can get you a pretzel.
I got nothing, guys.
I know. I feel like we ran that one into the ground.
We did. That one's
I
done.
don't-
This
I
is
don't
why we're
know.
not writers.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
no.
Well,
All
these
right.
writers have time to think about it. You know,
They do.
Maybe we're just not improv artists. Joe.
We're not improv artists. We're not.
We're not trained. We're not classically trained.
No,
But I
not even
actually-
really trained.
I just enjoy.
Not even
sitting back and
modernly
listening.
trained.
Oh, I don't have any business doing any of this, to be honest.
And that is where I think it's time to say Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, bye
And-
now.